right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Thursday, the 25th of June. Wow, man, June just flew by. And man, it's hot out there, but I'll tell you, it's always 64 degrees at the Wine Watch. Perfect wine drinking temperature, especially if you're taking down some great wines like Brunello di Montalcino. Well, we've already done our first 2010 tasting. We do an annual tasting every year, right around May, to showcase the newest release from the greatest wine region on earth for the Sangiovese varietal. Sangiovese Grosso, specific clone of Sangiovese. But Montalcino, without a doubt to me, produces, well, it has to be 100% by law to be called Brunello di Montalcino or Rosso di Montalcino, the only DOCG in Tuscany to be exclusively one varietal. Now, there are Chiantis that are 100% Sangiovese, and there are other Tuscan wines that are 100% Sangiovese, Vinalobos di Montepulciano, but by law, they're allowed to blend. This is not allowed, other than 2003, of course, when some people got their peanut butter mixed up with their chocolate. You know, all these producers do got Cabernet out there in the vineyards, and 2003 was a difficult year, and it's easier to figure out the difficult years than the good ones in Montalcino, because 2 and 3 were the only ones that were challenging. We look at the great vintages, well, 2010 could be the greatest vintage ever produced. Our good friend Francesco at Canalico de Sopra, one of my favorite producers, this 2010 is one of the wines of the vintage, also says the 2010 reminds him of 97, only they have 13 more years experience. So what does that mean? Even better. And you get all of the structure and the intensity of 2006, and you get that lovely richness and distinctiveness and that forwardness of 2007. So in 2010, you get it all. And you get to try 10 top-level wines from this vintage at Scarpetta restaurant in the Fontainebleau. That's right, our second Brunello tasting is going down at one of the top Italian restaurants in South Florida, in the iconic Fontainebleau Hotel on Miami Beach. We're going to show 10 vintages, 10 wines from the 2010 vintage, and the chef from Scarpetta is going to put a few courses together to go with the Brunello, and $150, man. You will not get an event like this at a restaurant like Scarpetta at this price. Let me tell you, these guys do it right. The service is outstanding. We're going to have a glass for each wine, just like we do here, and some of the top wines of the vintage: Altesino, Poggio Antico, Gianni Brunelli, Campiglione, Coldorcia, Donatella, Colombini, Castiglione del Bosco, Castello Romatorio, our good friend Sandro Chia, who is the most famous contemporary artist in Tuscany. Actually, his son is a good friend of ours. Canalico de Sopra and Val di Cava. That's right, buddy. 10 Brunellos from the outstanding 2010 vintage, a week from tonight, July 2nd. Get ready for your July 4th weekend a little early. Get the party going early. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.